I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-macabre, it's time for the only news that matters. And in a new interview with Terry Carr of the Morrison, New Jersey radio station, ex-Skid Row singer Sebastian Bach once addressed the possibility of reuniting with his former bandmates. He says, there's no reason why the original Skid Row cannot reunite. And the reason I say that is because we're all still alive and we're all healthy. And I really think the reason that has never happened is just business. You can't be mad at someone that you haven't been in a room with since 1996, and instead of throwing in the towel, the remaining members took a hiatus and went on to play briefly in a band I never heard any music from, Ozone Monday. In 1999, Skid Row reformed, and after a bit of shuffling over the years, it features a lineup consisting of Rachel Bolan, Dave the Snake Sabo, Scotty Hill, along with drummer Rob Hammersmith and singer Johnny Solinger. Skid Row fired Solinger over the phone in 2015, and a few hours after announced ex-TNT Tony Harnell as his replacement. Eight months later, Harnell exited the band and was replaced by South African-born British-based singer J.P. Fjord, who previously fronted Dragon Force Tank and IMI. And he was fired from Skid Row in February of 2022 and was replaced by Eric Gronwall, who was previously a member of the Swedish hard rock band Heat. Less than a year ago, Dave Sabo told Robin Mosqueda of We Got to 11 about the possibility of the reunion with Sebastian Bach. He says it's not even part of the thought process. This is Skid Row. And that conversation is 23 years old since Skid Row reformed without Bach. And I have no desire to. I'm not interested. None of us are. It comes down to happiness, and we're really, really, really happy where we're at and how the band sounds and feels. I love playing our music. I love playing it with the guys that we're playing now with. And so I don't want to change that. I'm in a great place personally, and I think we're all in a great place as a collective. Now, in March of 2022, Sabo was asked by Loaded Radio how he feels about the people still calling for a reunion with Bach. He says, well, it's been 23 years. So to say that I'm over it would be an understatement. We attempted a reunion slightly back in 2016. We dipped our toes in the water and realized that it didn't feel good. It's just one of those things where we still could not see eye to eye. We couldn't even get past the point of simply texting. I am really, really happy where we are. I'm very proud of our past, and all due credit to everyone who has been involved in every aspect of our career, whoever they may be, because it all led to where we are now. And I've been asked 1,000 times, what about a payday, a reunion with Sebastian? And that's all well and good, but if that's why I did this, if that's why we did this, I could speak for everybody. We probably wouldn't be doing it. I want to be happy. I am very, very happy, and so are the guys. Everybody's really happy. The music climate is what it is, and we're a classic rock band, and I'm proud of that. We'll still be able to make music. I mean, I live a very, very blessed life, and I have nothing but gratitude and humility for what we have achieved for and what we're able to continue to do. So while there may be people out there who are flashing dollar signs with a lot of zeros, I still have to be happy doing it. And I am. And that's what's most important. I need to be happy being in a band where the people in the band are happy too. And a lot of other bands can go out and don't see each other till they go on stage and travel on separate buses and all that stuff. And that's all well and good, but I don't want to live in a life like that. You know, I don't want to be up on stage kind of living a lie. It just doesn't feel good. So while I am thankful for people interest and whatnot, I'm even more thankful that we still get to play music for a living under our terms. In the summer of 2021, Bach told the Gator radio station that there's no reason for the classic Skid Row not to reunite. When those guys in Skid Row try to say that I'm difficult to work with, let me just say this one more time. We have not been in the same room together since the year 1996. Shut the F up about you thinking you know what I'm like. You don't know anything about what I'm like. And the Gilmore Girls think I'm okay with, to work with. Broadway thinks I'm okay to work with. The Trailer Park Boys thinks I'm okay. Guns N' Roses thinks I'm pretty cool. And we're not getting any younger. You know, we should be reuniting for the fans, and we are absolutely running out of bands. Bands that can play in the sheds. The fact that we are still alive and we are all in our 50s, some closer to the 60s than others, but to me it's selfish that we're not together. So I can play with anyone. I play with everyone, he says. And 3 years ago, Skid Row Rachel Bolan also confirmed that his bandmates were entertaining the idea of reuniting with Bach following Harnell's departure. But Rachel shot down the possibility of rekindling of his friendship with Sebastian, explaining, well, here's the soundbite for Blabbermouth. I wouldn't say we were friends when we were in the band together. We were bandmates, you know. But we're two very different people. So yeah, you know, the question Sebastian asked is, there's really no reason why the original Skid Row cannot reunite. Well, I can think of one reason. It's you. You're the reason they won't reunite. And hopefully you're listening to this, Sebastian. Come on my show. Let's talk Priest. And don't be offended of what a jack-off I think you are. All right, we can push that aside and we can do a cool fucking video for my Blabbermouth. But man, chances are you won't do it because you're a douchebag. But whatever. You know, I have found out that Dave the Snake Sabo has, you know, like mental issues. I'm not quite, I think it's depression. And he's got, you know, he's got some mental ailments. And I think that's the main reason. You know, that Sebastian ain't back in the band. I know Rachel Bolan doesn't like him. I mean, that's no secret. But I think it's more Dave the Snake saying, look, man, this guy's going to drive me nuts and I'm messed up as it is. You know, and also I think they're doing fine now. They're playing nice. I saw them with that new singer twice. One time in a mini amphitheater, the other time in a nice-sized club. And I think that if they got back with Sebastian, it'd be the same thing. I think that it would end up being Skid Row with Sebastian Bach doing sheds with other bands. And I don't even think Skid Row will be headlining it. And then after that, it would die down where they'll be playing the same places that Skid Row are playing now. I am a huge fan of the last Skid Row album. I think it's amazing. I love Eric Gronwall. I want him to stay in the band. And Sebastian Bach, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I know you just released a kick-ass song, but you know it's not gonna sell. Just like the new Skid Row didn't sell. It all doesn't sell anymore. But you're kicking ass on your own, man. So come on my channel. I love that new song, but I'd rather have Eric in Skid Row than you. But if you read the comments below, Sebastian, you will see a lot of people disagreeing with me, thinking that you belong in Skid Row because it's not Skid Row without you. Most people think that all through these years. I was cool with Solinger. I never saw him with JP, but the ZP, whatever. The video footage I saw wasn't good. But Solinger was okay. It wasn't as good as Sebastian. But man, the last 2 times I saw Skid Row were the best 2 times I've seen him. And I've seen Skid Row with Sebastian back in the day. Slave to the Grind tour. But I think the last 2 shows were even better. They were downright amazing. And plus, you know, Pantera totally demolished Skid Row that night. And I've seen Sebastian solo through the years, and he's always kick-ass. Rarely kick-ass, and he can pull in just as many people as Skid Row can. So by him rejoining Skid Row, ain't going to make no difference. Actually, you're probably going to make less money. You probably make more money as a solo artist because, you know, in Skid Row, not only don't you make money off the songs because they wrote it, not you, but you're going to have to split the money with them. So, yeah, I think it's better off you stay alone. And we get to enjoy Sebastian Bach solo and Skid Row with Eric. But I'm only speaking for myself. I'm selfish, and I can care less what anybody else thinks. But you have the right to think it, and you have the right to write about it in the comments below. And I love different opinions. I love opinions that agree with me too. Those are awesome. And I want to thank each and every one of you for checking out the only news that matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, including you, Sebastian. And press the little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so nevermore shall we see you again.